Hello, YouTube world. Hi. Oh, it's been a while, and I feel the pulse pulsing through me to share some information that is coming through, and it feels like it's time to kind of be a little more blunt. And so the topic of this video is how play has the power to take us out of mental enslavement. So a lot of our suffering is unnecessary suffering. There's suffering that's essential for evolution, loss, grief, pain, sadness, detachment. And then there's unnecessary suffering that happens from psychological turmoil, confusion, and distortion. Now, the important thing about calling out that it's unnecessary and to look at where it's from, why is it there, is because that already solves acknowledging and seeing it clearly in truth for what it is, already resolves it by like 80%. The rest is just practicing and playing with being free of it. I've been through a lot of deprogramming in my life. I deprogrammed from my culture, from the religious upbringing, from like living in a constant state of a war zone, and a lot of programming around what it is to be a woman, around expression. And so while deprogramming, the more I was able to deprogram meaning switch programs that were running my life and being shown to me as real, being shown to me as this is the program of life, like this is basically the video game you're running, which is called reality. And as I deprogram the program, I was seeing more clearly of like who programmed those programs. Why was I programmed like that? Where are these programs from? And so a lot of humans suffering, I'll say, is unnecessary. And first of all, I'm expressing myself through my unique truth. This isn't the ultimate truth. This isn't the end all be all. All I can do is be my authentic self and my authentic expression. And I encourage all of you to do the same. So I had a few comments recently and throughout the years of like, I'm dangerous with what I'm saying. I'm just expressing myself through my perspective, through my unique lens. Take what serves you and supports your relief and your own joy in your life and leave the rest. So, to acknowledge that we were brought up in a system that made us identify with our brain, with our logic, with a way of navigating reality in a logical way, meaning all our survival programs were based off us identifying to our brain, identifying with how well we use our brain. So literally, a lot of humans believe that they are their brain, which it is not the most important organ. And we have so many other forms of brains and energy centers that were way beyond the brain, but we were trained to hyper focus on our brain. Look back at school and the information you were fed and how you were sat on a chair and looked at a blackboard or whiteboard or whatever it was. Like, it was all designed to have you be a brain being. And these programs that were fed to our brain through religion, education, culture, generational downloads is that it created these enslavement programs where like we are slaves to our mind, we are slaves to our brain. Now, these programs just keep running until what? Until we play with them, until we ask the right questions. And so, why is play a hack? I won't get too deep into it in this video to liberate ourselves from mental enslavement. Because mental enslavement, it's like, it's not that our brain is bad or our mind is bad. It's just actually we're really abusing that organ. It's like designed to help us operate in the most basic ways. And we're like, why is, what is the meaning of life? Or like questions that come out of this like survival, fight or flight. Oh my God, like where's my clarity, where's my peace, and it's not designed to lead our lives. And so we're basically abusing this poor child, our brain, which is meant to operate 20% of our lives, maybe, if we were living in harmony with nature and in harmony with our soul, and we're telling it to run 100% of our lives. So just think of how unkind that is to our brain. We worship, it's like worshiping a 2-year-old child, saying that it needs to run all the finances in the home and clean the dishes and like do everything. So it's not that our brain is bad. It's not that our mind is bad. Like this whole thing, like you're not your thoughts and like you're bigger than your thoughts and don't think it's not about the thoughts. It's about acknowledging the brain for what it is and what has happened to us in our human evolution, that we were designed to identify with this brain, that we get love from using our brains well. We get validation from using our brains well. We get money, we get success, we get acknowledgement, validation from being intellectual, which isn't everything. And those who are the pure definition of intellectual, intelligent, they know how to work with it in a way that serves. And so these programs are very dense. They're like boxes. They're like a program that's solid and has tons of evidence backing it up as real. Because when you have a program running, it appears as real in your reality. When a consciousness goes and feeds something attention, curiosity, and wonder, it makes it more and more real. The more people that are curious in the same way, feed attention in the same way, the more real it gets. And so when we have programs running collectively that are seen as reality, they're harder to get out of. They're very, very dense. They're very materialized. Not all of these things are bad or good, whatever. This isn't about good or bad. This is about unnecessary suffering and how play can get us out of this. So the mind, it wants to keep us safe. Brain, mind, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. It wants to keep us safe. That's the main job. Keep being safe. Oh, being is in doubt. Being is in danger. Find solution immediately. And so trying to deprogram through force or through intellect sometimes can be really hard. It can change the shape of the box. It can change the experience of the box, but it won't necessarily break through the box. Now, when we say we're just playing, I'm just playing a little, I'm just playing a little, the logic doesn't really understand play from my experience, from working with myself, others, groups. It's kind of like a hack. I'm just going to play a little. I'm just playing a little. What happens is the nervous system calms down. The brain is like, oh, they're just playing. This isn't like disrupting the nature of what is real. It's not reorganizing how they experience themselves in life. Like, they're just playing. They're just playing. It's like harmless. Playing is harmless to the structure of the ego mind. It means, oh, it's not gonna it's not gonna threat the being that has its safe zone. They're just playing. And so when we say we're just playing, I'm just going to play with my thoughts. I'm just going to play with my perspectives. I'm just going to play with how I'm feeling this environment. I'm just going to play with what I'm focusing on with my eyes. I'm just going to play with images. I'm just going to play with how I perceive myself in the mirror. I'm just going to play. I'm just going to play. I'm just going to play. What happens is it puts all the survival programs to sleep, and it opens up gateways into new ways of experiencing our experience of reality. Meaning, we're just playing. It will shut down, and we'll go back to our brain-based system. Now, the thing is, the more snippets of just playing we create, where we discover what's beyond the veil, what's beyond our logic, what's beyond what we've been taught, it becomes more and more real. And we don't actually even need to deal with the conscious mind. It naturally is on board. It's like, oh, they're safe. I can actually relax now and operate in the ways that I know best. Oh, you're safe? Like, would you like to figure out where to get the duct tape for your art project? I can help with that. So this is why play, it's like using water to shape a rock. It's rather than taking a rock to try to shape a rock, you can do it. It's just more forceful, or it can crack more easily. It's like somehow the play is like water. It's soft, it's gentle, it melds, like it's loving to the mind. It's loving to the brain. Brain mind. Mind brain. I'm going to share another way to just create an immediate way for you to actually play with your mind brain in a new way, your conscious mind. But before I do, I would like to invite you to a free play shop that I'm facilitating on the 28th of December at 11 a.m. Pacific time. This is going to be a taste of using play as a practice together as humans. And it's also a taste of a longer journey, adventure. Adventure I'll be facilitating called Playful Pathways, which is a way to incorporate play as a practice in your life, to use it as an evolutionary tool for you to go beyond what you think you are and make your life more joyous, more peaceful, for you to feel more confident. So just like yoga is a thing, my intention is for play to be a thing and to help us liberate, to help us fully embody our souls. So this has been my life's work, and I'm really excited to share it as a modality now. And yeah, so it's on board on the baby. And another thing happening is there's a final round of Theta practitioner training. I believe this is my final round. And Theta practitioner training is basically one of my favorite trainings, which is why I trained to train people in it, because it's been so effective in my life to bringing all my gifts into expression in a way that's easeful, for me to channel easily, for me to use the power of my word in a way that feels authentic. It ignited my psychic abilities. It supports the art that you're doing, the music that you're doing. It can support anything. You being a parent, you being a teacher, a healer, whatever you're already doing, it helps you be in a theta brainwave state while doing those things, having you feel like you're a channel rather than working hard at things. And also you become a theta practitioner, meaning you can go with people into a theta brainwave state as well as yourself and reprogram the programs running your life, meaning reprogramming your subconscious mind in a way that's easy, doable, easily incorporated into your daily life. And it is highly creative as well. And I do this in smaller groups so each individual can get attention, really feel confident with the method. And so this is happening January 5th, 6th, and 7th. If you're interested in either of these offerings or both, then please do email me while I'm still getting my structure online to be more professional. This is where I'm at, so just you can email me at QuantumPlayAcademy@gmail.com. You can see how to spell that in the name of this YouTube channel, and you can also find it in the description box. So, another thing you can just play with, and I may have mentioned this in other videos, and I was just having a really deep conversation with someone about this that was going through some confusion and mental challenges and struggles, and I know what that's like, mental hell. And so he was like looking for clarity and the answer and truth. And I was like, oh, remembering how this constant realization I have and with people is that it's not about the answer. It's never about the answer. The answer is constantly changing. The best way to use our mind brain is to learn how to ask the right questions. What happens is when we're seeking answers from our mind brain, it's like turning it into our master, and we become its slave of like, hey, can you tell me what to do? It's literally like abusing a toddler. But when we ask it the right questions that create, by asking the question, you already feel relief, ease, relaxation. That is when we get to bring our mind brain on board in a way that can support us consciously without even needing to go into meditation. So for example, I have a question that always works for me, no matter how confused or stressed I get. I ask, what if I'm exactly where I need to be, doing exactly what I'm meant to be doing, no matter what my mind thinks? Just by asking that question, I feel more ease, relief, and peace. So that's a question that I call a home-based question that I return to and play with in times of need. Now, an example of asking a question that doesn't create relief, ease, and relaxation versus creating ease, relief, and relaxation around a topic that might be really boiling is if one is worried about money in the moment. And it's like, you can ask a question like, why have I never made enough money? What's wrong with me? How does that question feel? Does that feel... Now, the brain is going to come up with millions of answers. Well, you had unhealthy training with money from your parents, and you've always been lazy, you've never worked hard enough, you should have stuck to your job. Like, those are the answers the mind will produce. Doesn't feel relieving, actually feels more anxious. I feel guilty, I feel shame, I feel tired. If I ask, what would it be like to feel supported for doing what I love? The brain, mind brain, what I find and what I've discovered is it sends the chemicals of that experience of me feeling supported for loving what I'm doing. It's not even an answer that comes, it's an experience that answers itself as an experience. And then it allows the evidence to echo. Let's do one more example before I hop off. Oh, I love this. The art of questions. So this is exactly what's going to be in the longer Playful Pathways journey, the journey adventure, is learning how to play with these tools and labbing it, like knowing how to make it your own. There's so many things that have been coming through, and I'm really excited to share all of it. And it's basically a play facilitator training. So for you to hold space as a facilitator of play for yourself and humanity. Yeah. Yay, I love that I get to say that now. So let's do another example. Um, okay. Why does my partner always run from me? Why does he always run from me? Oh, well, you're not worthy enough. He doesn't love you. He's probably interested in another woman more than you. There's all the evidence in the world. Now, if I were to ask a different question, how can I feel more secure with my partner? Immediately a sense of security comes in. Ease, relief, relaxation. And I'm actually getting ideas of like, oh, I need to be secure in myself. I need to be here for myself. Oh, that feels soothing too. How do I feel more here for myself? Oh, I can give myself a hug. Like, it's a difference of worlds. I love saying curiosity didn't kill the cat. It actually fueled the cat with 9 lives. It made the freaking cat interdimensional. And this is what I believe we are stepping into as humans. A multidimensional mind, I like calling it. A multidimensional mind. So this is it for today. If this resonated, please do like and subscribe. It really inspires me, and to feel your energy, it helps resonate with the field more, and it really feels good when I know it's reaching a human heart. And share it with people if you feel like it would resonate with them or ring a bell. Also, if you have some questions like that you always ask yourself, like what's wrong with me or whatever, share it in the comment box, and I would love to respond with for us to play with some questions in the comments. Basically, that's it. There are a lot of things cooking up. For now, the main two things, if you'd like to share the free play shop and experience a taster of what it's like to play as a practice, as a new way of being together in life, and playing with our reality, basically, then you can email me. It's on the 28th of December at 11 a.m. Pacific. And also, if you would like more information on the Theta Practitioner Training Basic DNA, you can email me as well. That is happening January 5th, 6th, and 7th. So I look forward to connecting and harmonizing and resonating on deeper and deeper levels. Thank you for meeting me here. Thank you for investing the currency of your attention. And yeah, your attention is the most valuable currency. It's the most valuable currency. So thank you for sharing it and investing it here. Mwah.